Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. How are you today? Welcome to my channel. My name is Jasmina from Jasmina Brosmic Astrology. I'm a modern astrologer, practitioner, and today I'm here to talk about the upcoming full moon in Aries. Um, yes, just before I start, I want to thank you everybody for your support on YouTube and on my Instagram channel. I really enjoy doing this, and I hope it's going to be useful for you too. Um, what else? Oh, yes. So I recently became a board member of Astrology Niagara. So if you want to join, we're going to have also in-person meetings online. We have great guests coming up in 2026. So please check it out. It's on astrologyniagara.com. It's in the description below. That's it for news and updates and for housekeeping. Okay, let's dive in right to this full moon. So this full moon will happen on October 6th around 11:47 p.m. Eastern time. So it's going to be on the 7th in Europe and in Australia. Uh, it's going to happen at 14 degrees at 8 minutes Aries. So everybody who has any placements between 11 and 17 degrees of cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn, they will be more affected. Uh, it's an interesting it's a very interesting full moon. It's a part of the bigger lunar family cycle. So it's going back to the new moon that occurred on April 8th, 2024. And that was actually a solar eclipse in Aries back in the day. So if you can think about what happened 18 months ago, what happened beginning of April last year, this is now coming to the culmination, to fruition. Now is the light it is kind of shining on that part. And yeah, because it's in Aries. Aries is very impatient, it's very active, it's very competitive, it's bold, it's courageous. So this is the energy. So yes, it's going to be, it can be very action oriented. It could be exaggerated actions. It could be very thoughtless. So, just maybe we just need to kind of think before we actually do or say something for this lunation. Also, because we have Mercury square Pluto at the same time, and Pluto is going to go into Scorpio. So Pluto in Scorpio, Pluto, Mercury is going to go to Scorpio. So Mercury in Scorpio. Oh, hello. Hello, Celine. I know I don't want to discover your true identity. So hello. I know who you are because you called me Hermes. Hermes. Thank you. This is my one of the judders, my friends. Thank you for being here. What was I saying? So I got distracted. Woohoo! The Aries, so the Mercury Scorpio is going to square Pluto in Aquarius. So I'm thinking because there's a Pluto Mercury square, on a positive note, it could be about digging deep, researching, finding the truth, finding that information and news that we need. On the other hand, well, it's a challenging aspect, and Pluto is about power and control. So it's about who is in control of information. It can be really related to who is controlling the media, and the information that we are getting on media can be really tied up with the money. Pluto is money and wealth. So think about, people who have money control media, control the news. So this can actually be something that we want to fight against as people, right? Pluto Aquarius is about people in general and community. So it's going to be very interesting what is going to be revealed, especially because it's related to the solar eclipse, new moon. Solar eclipses usually affect kings back in the day or people who govern countries these days. So this could also be revealed something with people who are governing particular states or countries or organizations, somebody from the public eye. So this could be very, very interesting. this new moon at the full moon at the first glance is like nothing is really aspecting this full moon. Everything is kind of nice, but the ruler of the moon is Mars in Scorpio, and Mars in Scorpio is strategic. It's built on tactic. You know, Mars is a warrior, right? It's a god. It's a war god, but it's Aries Mars is going in a battle. Scorpio Mars is behind the scenes, looking and telling where the Aries Mars actually needs to go. So think about strategy. Think about long term. Think about you know what happened. It's going to be very interesting. I think there's um, a lot of information, a lot of strategies, a lot of things behind the scenes might pop up to the public eye for this full moon as well. Before I share the chart, I just want to give a little bit more about moon in Aries. First of all, it's a fire moon. Fire is all about um, our motivation, our inspiration, our spirit. It's about our physical drive, willpower, right? So, especially in Aries, it's very strong, but it's also acting like a little toddler, right? So, it wants everything now. So, it's very like infertile in a way, right? So there's lots of impatience. I want it now. I want everything, and yeah, it's not really the happiest moon, to be honest, because moon is about comfort. It's about feeling safe and secure, and Aries, you know, doesn't care about those things. He just wants to go and fight, and you know, and in that sense, so it's not comfortable in Aries. And because moon is all about feelings and how how we feel and our emotions, Aries kind of doesn't have time for that. You know, it just he just wants to go and do things. So then, you know, Aries energy, they cannot be still, right? They cannot sit and wait. So there's the only saving grace, I feel, because it's ruled by Mars in Scorpio this time. So because Scorpio can wait. Scorpio has the energy of, you know, just finding the right timing very patiently. So there's maybe a saving grace, because the ruler is more patient, right? And actually, for Mars in Scorpio, they can wait for a long, long time until they find the right opportunity to attack the enemy when they're least expected, right? So that's the tactic of Scorpio. Hitting with people don't even know about it. So, and they're all, Mars in Scorpio also can be about vengeance if it's on a verse side. So, and you know how they say the revenge is best served cold. So in that way, Aries is going to do it right away. Scorpio won't. They will wait until everything settles down and then they will hit. So anything that happened maybe 18 months ago for that solar eclipse, if people forgot or something, I think now it's going to be this Mars in Scorpio is kind of going to showcase that. So, if the thing is with Mercury and Pluto square and with Moon in Aries, we really can our buttons can get easily pushed, and we can really react more aggressively and than we actually want to. So have that in mind as well. Another thing with this Aries moon, it's you know it could have that thing, you made me feel like this, which nobody makes anybody do. So think about, just be careful, because Mercury is involved in Scorpio, which can also be about harsh words and just, obsessive things. Pluto, Mercury, Scorpio. It can be, it can be more of an emotional emotional violence than actually physical. Right, so that's going to be interesting thing. What else? Yeah, so it's quick-tempered, it's mouthful, it's fast and angry. Yeah, it could be. It's really okay. What did I write here? Yeah. So the good. I'm not sure because Aries doesn't hold grudges, but Mars in Scorpio, who rules this moon, they do hold grudges sometimes. So it's going to be a mixed thing. I'm just curious which one is going to actually win this battle, the Aries or the Scorpio side of this lunation. Anyway, uh, the thing is, it, it can be driven. We can be driven by sudden emotions. Yeah, very interesting. Okay, let me share my screen. I want to show you the chart of this. Of this. Which one is it? No, it's this one. Okay, there you go. Okay, so this is the chart of the full moon. Disregard the position of the planets. I pulled the chart for 0 Aries. It's like a world point, a world map. So it doesn't particularly it doesn't particularly, it doesn't matter which city, for everybody's going to be in a different position, but this is, I put it for the world, so it's easier that way. So we can see that in the sky it's going to be, let me just see if I can I wanted to remove something that doesn't matter. Okay. See, there's a lot of water in the sky, cardinal water. So there's like actually a Cancerian energy, which is interesting, but a lot of water. So although it's a fiery moon and we have sun in air, there's still a lot of water in the sky, and it's going to be, even by the end of the month of October, it's going to be even more water. So that means a lot of emotions. That means that we are driven by our emotions and making a decision to act based on emotional state. This also means that we can be overwhelmed, too sensitive, taking things too personally, and just if it's very personally, and if it's very personal, if it's driven by emotions, that means that our logic is not working, that there's no space for common sense. And sometimes when when emotions kind of cool down, then we kind of regret, oh my God, why did I do this? What do I, what happened? Maybe I shouldn't react that way. But the energy is also very cardinal, which means we want to act. We are going to have hard time to just step aside and not do anything. If we see something, or if we want to, especially if we want to, I think, fight to survive. Like it's like a survival, because Aries and Scorpio are both in a survival mode, right? They're both signs ruled by Aries by Mars, right? So they're both signs are ruled by Mars, which is a very the energy that I cannot stand still. I'm going to protect myself. It's a survival, right? It's a survival energy. So this is going to be very interesting to see if we are getting attacked by in any way, especially verbally. How are we going to take it, and are we going to be able to say no, or to step back, or not to get involved? Remember, emotions with a lot of water, and this is a fire moon. So water and fire actually give boiling water. So just watch out not to get burned, like literally. There's not a lot of air, not a lot of earth in the sky for this. So it's very important that we kind of stay grounded in every possible way, right? Yeah, although it does really seem that it's not touching anything, I feel that this full moon is going to bring up a lot of things that were hidden, suppressed emotions. Because remember, Scorpio can. I'm talking about Scorpio because it's Mars and Scorpio ruling this lunation, so that's why I'm always focusing on that. But it can also be, if we had suppressed emotions, we're going to burst now. It's like a volcano energy as well. So be careful, be tactful, be strategic. I love that Pallas Athena is it's just she just is stationed to go direct a couple of days before this. She's in Aquarius, so she is thinking about some new ideas. So it's very easy when we are emotional to go back to the old patterns, and just to go back because emotions pull us back, right? They're very nostalgic, they're longing for something. We're going to go back because we feel, because when we felt safe, in our mother's wombs, that's kind of like that kind of a feeling, right? So if you could just find itsy bitsy rationale in all of this, and use this strategy for the future, that would be highly recommended. Um, Neptune is still in Aries, but Saturn went to Pisces. And Neptune is going to go in Pisces, I think, around the 22nd of October, just when the Sun goes into Scorpio. So we're going to have, after Sun goes to Scorpio and Neptune goes to Pisces, we're going to have even more water at the end of the month. So this is just like a prelude of what actually is going to happen at the end of the month, when we're going to have so much water in the sky. We're going to be so overwhelmed. If we don't ground ourselves and set boundaries, we can really get lost in the emotional world for sure. So as you see in this table, the only aspect the moon is making is opposite the sun, which is that's what the full moon is all about. They're opposite each other. That's why the sun is shining all the light on the moon. It's trining Vesta, which I like because it kind of gives us the ability to to calm down, because Vesta was very devoted and patient, and so maybe we're going to find some patience from that Vesta and from Mars in Scorpio that is ruling this moon. So that can be a saving grace. It depends on how we switch, how fast do we switch. The Sun is ruled by Venus, and Venus is still in Virgo, as you can see here, and she's so close to the South Node. We have the exact Venus South Node conjunction today on the 4th. So that means this is something release energy as well. Full moon is release energy anyway, and this is a kind of a release energy. And what is Venus is about? It's about how we relate with others. It's about finding beauty. It's about our values. It's also about our finances. So there is some old patterns that we need to let go. And Virgo is all about letting go of worry, anxiety, a tendency to be perfect. It's about getting rid of the control that we might have, feel that we might have, because it's also just not a real thing, right? It's about stop criticizing ourselves and others. So there's a lot of that we need to let go. But is Aries moon going to be able to do it? I don't know. Venus is ruling the sun, so it's also about our ego, right? And who we are and our identity. So there is some kind of maybe we need to shed off some skin from our ego that is no longer serving us. That's what Venus in Virgo is actually telling us here. A lot of release energy, a lot of oh yeah, there's another thing I wanted to say. I don't know if you can see it here. It's all this. Okay, let me okay, excellent. So no distractions. So we have another thing happening. It's a yod. So yod is a finger of God. That's how we call it. It's an energy that needs a lot of adjustment. So it's kind of like a blind spot. So as you can see from Uranus here in Gemini and Saturn and Neptune here, there's like a sextile. It's like a opportunity to do something, but they're making both of them are making quincunx to Mercury. This the same Mercury that is squaring Pluto. So quincunx energy is something that you don't understand, and you don't know what to do with it, because Gemini and Aries, they don't have anything in common with Scorpio energy. There are different polarities, different modalities, different elements. They don't understand each other at all. They're completely different. So they have no common ground. So that's why. So imagine but Mercury is on the apex, so the Mercury is kind of solution. The Mercury is not solution. The Mercury is actually giving issues between the two of them, because they're communicating pretty well, and then Mercury comes in and messes everything around. And as I said, this is about news, information, media, touching Uranus, which means it can be unexpected, it can be chaotic, disruptive. Touching Neptune, it can be deceiving, it can be delusional, right? That's the energy. So everything we hear, that's why we're going to get our buttons pushed up, maybe with the wrong information and false news. And then you're going to get involved, get very emotional, get very personal, and then everything is going to blow out of proportion for no particular reason. So that's why it's very important, to just sit back and smile and laugh about it, because probably people who are poking on you are not even telling you the truth. This is a lot of, taking everything with a grain of salt. Okay, so have that in mind. I never done this before, but I want to show you how this full moon looks on a world map. And this is because I start offering consultations for astrocartography. So that means when you put your chart on a world map, where the planets sit and where is the good position to do, career or relationship, or so it's very interesting. So for this full new moon, we want to see which places on Earth are going to be more affected. So let's see it. So this is the chart. Okay, there it is. I know it's very confusing, but let me see. So the moon, I'm going to go up there. So the moon on the midheaven, it's here. See, on a Venezuela. I think it was in the news just recently, something with America and Venezuela, something attacking. I think Trump did something. I'm not sure. I'm not following the news this correctly. But see, there's the full moon. So something with Venezuela is going to come in the news for sure. Absolutely. This position. And the other one where it's here on the IC. So this is going to be very public because it's on the MC. So it's going to be, you're going to hear music news. It's here, definitely. See, Venezuela, Brazil, Buenos Aires here. And something that is hidden, this is going to be very visible. Something invisible, it's going to be like in the Western Australia, Indonesia. Look at this. And going Hong Kong, Beijing, see here. So that means there's some kind of news we're going to maybe probably hear from there, maybe hidden, maybe we don't even we won't even know what it is. But isn't this interesting? So if you want to book a reading to see your chart on the map, so to see if you want to know what it means, I do astrocartography. If you're relocating to another city, we can go look at that. And it's very interesting. Relocation, astrocartography, and local space, which means in your city that you live in, where is the best thing, or even your space at home. It's like a astrology feng shui combination. Anyway, so let's see what happened in the beginning of next week for this full moon. So I said Venezuela, and then Beijing, Hong Kong, Indonesia, and Western Australia. Let's see what happens in the news there. Okay. Okay, so let's stop sharing. I'm going to do now a little bit info bits for all the signs, and I'm going to pull an oracle card for everybody for each side because I think it's fun. Okay, let me share my screen again. Okay, there you go. I'm going to take a sip of water. You guys tell me how you're doing. Are you feeling the energies, the eclipses? So yeah, let me just say that as well. The eclipses, the eclipse season is going to finish, finally be over with this full moon. So we still have the eclipse effects until this full moon. So the whole weekend and the whole entire Monday, even a little bit of Tuesday for Europe and Australia and Asia. So that means that although the effects of the eclipse can be seen for the 6 to 27 months, this particular eclipse energy is going to be over with this lunation, but it's going to bring, as I mentioned, things from the solar eclipse from the beginning of April 2024. So it's still kind of not over. Yes, for this one, but not for entire one. So it's very interesting to see that. Okay, let's do quickly the entire zodiac one by one. I always say I'm going to be quick and then I overdo it. I just want to do a couple of tips and tricks for this lunation. Let me pull the Mars. I'm going to pull Mars is in Scorpio and it's ruling here. So this is it. This is what we need to know. For Aries risings, moons, and suns, the moon is in the first house. So overly sensitive, overly taking things personally. So everything I mentioned before, it's definitely going to be affecting you personally and your relationships. So watch out for arguments, watch out for debates, watch out for aggressive, volatile conversations. Mars is in the eighth house of hidden things, so it could be like blame games. It could be pulling things from the past and bringing those into your relationships and conversations. You can be extra extra irritated, extra impatient. Moon is also applying to square Jupiter, so it's feeling over the top. So it's feeling larger than light. So Mercury is disrupting everything because Mercury is also here. I'm going to put him here. See, he's also. So there is definitely things. It's going to affect you. So you just have to be kind of very, very patient and not take things personally. It's not going to be an easy task for you, Aries. This is one of the toughest, especially because it's pulling things back from Solar Eclipse back in 2024. That also happened in your first house. So now it's spotting light on you. So if you didn't do properly, if you didn't do things right, it can really, really affect you now. Take a deep breath. You know what will make actually my tip for you is it just go exercise. Use this energy instead of the energy using you in a way, the best way, because you are very athletic, you're very sports oriented. Go for a run, go to the gym, do something that you can just let go of this, because it's going to be bursting emotionally. You're going to be bursting from energy and every, just try to use it. So because we cannot disregard this energy. So I would suggest healthy physical activity, and then if anything bothers you, or if people in your life insist on having conversations with you, just tell them, okay, I'm not ready now, let me think. And then I know it's going to be hard for you to say it, and then come back in a few days after this all cools down, because after this it's going to be much better. With the Thursday, Friday after the full moon, it's much softer when the moon goes into Taurus, and Gemini is going to be much better time to communicate. I'm not saying disregard what is being said. I'm not saying disregard your emotions. I'm not saying don't take things seriously, but don't take it personally. As I mentioned before, a lot of false information, a lot of false news, a lot of delusion, a lot of disruption. People are going to definitely maybe put fake news just to make disruption between. Somebody will tell you something, you're gonna believe them impulsively, and then you're gonna accuse somebody of something, and the information was false. So just have that in mind. I mean, I'm talking globally and I'm talking personally as well. Okay, so I'm going to pull one oracle card. I'm going to use the cards from a courageous being, my friend Ivana. Actually, I will tag these cards below her page. So look what she's doing. She's doing some great work with to help you be more courageous, which is excellent for this full moon. Is to actually disregard our fears, try to face our fears, and still be bold and courageous. And I think this is very, very important. And actually, she can help you with that. So I'm gonna tag her in the description below. Oops, what did I pull for you? Begin within. Isn't this interesting? So this is so you, because you need to start changing, your reactions, how you react to things, right? So let me read what it says here. The world urges you to chase external goals, but real fulfillment starts inside. Before rushing into action, pause and turn inward. Get to know yourself first. Notice the emotions, beliefs, and thoughts quietly shaping your experience. Meet your own needs before tending to others. From that place of clarity, take action with purpose. How is this not great for Aries? So on point, right? So I hope you're gonna think about it. Good luck. Have a great, happy full moon, Taurus. So for Taurus, this is happening in a dreamland. Okay, so I'm going to pull Venus because Venus is ruling the Taurus. So this lunation is happening in your 12th house because there are so many. Because there's a yacht involved, and I mentioned, and Mercury square Pluto, and Mars in Scorpio is ruling this. Mars is coming from the seventh house of other people, but this is going to affect your psyche a lot. So you're probably not going to act on it, but it can come within. It can be psychologically and mentally very hard on you. So you want to take it personally on that level. It can also be like the messages might come from dreams. So maybe journal what you dream. Maybe that can help you, give you some clarity. This is not the easiest because there's a south node also here with Venus. So this is very. It is about letting go of some stuff that you enjoy or having fun or find pleasure in, and it's going to be psychologically hard on you and mentally. That's how I feel. This is happening in your health axis of your chart, so take care of your bodies and your mental health. Do some rituals that can help ground you. Maybe just if it's a nice weather, spend some time in the nature outside. I think this would be very good for your mental health, because there's a lot of water for this lunation in the sky. So maybe just be by the water, or I don't know, have a long bath. Moon is in the 12th. Moon in the 12th usually needs peace, time, quiet time, alone time, reflection time. So because you're gonna be, this is the problem, because you're gonna be pushed maybe from the outside world to react, and you just need to be alone and just to recharge and just to take time to think, because you need time, right? And people are going to push you. They will probably ask you to do things fast, or in some conversations they want to a quick decision that you need to make without thinking, or pushing you with some other stuff. So it's going to be mentally, psychologically hard on you, because you need time to process information to make a proper decision. So it can affect your physical body. You might feel not well physically even with that, right? It can be it's probably going to come from one-on-one. So maybe your partners, but also one-on-one relationships. So not like a group, but if it's your best friend or your kid or parent, it can be anything, right? So for Taurus, definitely I would advise you to take a bath, go in the nature, make sure you really take time to recharge, and just tell people the same thing I said for Aries. If anybody is pushing you to make a decision or to do something that you don't want to, just tell them, I need more time, and take that time. Take that time. As I mentioned, 2 or 3 days after this full moon, it's going to be much better. And don't force anything. Don't anybody force things on you, because you're not going to force them. But people can, force things on you. And Venus is in Virgo, so you might feel that you need to do something, that you want to, help others, that you want to resolve situations. But there's this yod with Uranus and Neptune, which means a lot of delusions, a lot of unclarity, a lot of disruptions. And don't take risks. People are going to maybe force you to take risks, and I don't think you're ready for it. Okay, let's see. What did I pull? I pulled for you course correct. Course correct. See, so with this, with the time that you're going to spend by yourself, in reflection, in solitude, because you need to recharge with the moon in the 12th, you're going to probably find a way how to course correct as well. So let's see what it says. Life is ever shifting, and at times you will be thrown off course. See, that's what I think people can probably gonna push that on you. When that happens, call on resilience and grace and reassess the situation. What do you need to do to get back to your calm inner center? Isn't this amazing? This is exactly what you need. How can you adjust? Ask for support and remember to remain patient and flexible. It is okay if you need to change directions. You will still keep moving forward. So for you, it can be very hard because you kind of to be flexible because you like the way you do things. Um, so people are definitely, I think, they want to push you to change the course of how your life is going, and they want to take you with you. But you you need to take it at your own pace. Okay, so don't make any major decisions at this point. Release things that you don't need anymore in your life, and take a deep breath, and then you can talk. And you can rethink everything after this cools off in a couple of days' time. Okay, um, it's interesting that you're probably going to be pushed to make some changes that you're not ready to do, and it's going to be very mentally hard on you. So just calm down and see what little change you can make that that it's not disruptive. Okay, it's going to be not the easy task for you as well. Good luck, Taurus, for this and happy full moon. Okay, Geminis. Let's see, what do we have here? This is going to be very interesting for you, Geminis, just because uh, Mercury is your ruler, and Mercury is squaring Pluto. So manipulations, psychological games, who is in control. You're gonna, because this is a very very verbally volatile situation during this full moon, and you are versatile to talk because you are very good at communicating. In general, you're gonna feel a kind of provoked. Maybe you're gonna be the provoker, so just watch out. This full moon is happening in your 11th and 5th house, so it is involving your friends and communities, and there might be situations from your everyday life. See, Mercury is and the Mars are together in the 6th house, so from everyday work, so workplace, people who you work with may push you. It can also affect your mental health because the sixth house is about our health in general, and you are uh, not just mental health but the nervous system can be really, like, somebody can really get on your nerves literally and provoking you, or you're going to provoke others. So as I mentioned, so there's a sense of I'm curious how you guys are going to do it. So yeah, well, I'm also a Gemini. This is going to affect me in one way or another. So I need to think about that, not being provoked or provoking other. Sometimes you just want to pick. This is how Scorpio does it, just to test people, and then you're going to just pick. So just watch out for that, especially, I said, with your friends and groups and communities you are involved with. It can also be with your kids, or just people that you are involved with, if you're doing hobbies or something. Even if you have casual partners that are not committed, like if you're dating, you might find these dates that you're going on very interesting verbally. Like everybody's it's going to be just a dumb something. um, yeah, so I'm thinking, because Mercury and Mars are in Scorpio in the 6th house, and you do have issues with understanding Scorpio energy, because Scorpio is very deep. It goes beneath the surface. You're very superficial, and sometimes you just glance. You can be gullible in a way. It's just hearing some news, not gullible believing it, but you hear something and then you tell somebody else that without checking if the source of that information. So that's important. Don't you can also gossip a lot with this energy, because there's a yod involved with Mercury, and energies are not adjusted. So you can just hear something, tell somebody else without, and then at the end it becomes it's going to be a lie, and then that means that you were spreading lies without even knowing it. So before, check the information you hear, double check the sources, take three sources before you say something to somebody, because you can hurt them, not intentionally, but just that's the whole point. You have to be more mindful, and especially with your friends, right? You're gonna you hear, oh, this is our friend Mary is getting a divorce, and you tell your friend Kathy, and then it at the end it's not even true, and then Mary gets hurt because you said this. You know what I'm saying? That kind of an energy. This is that kind of lunation, and because it's a full moon, you're more it's impatient. We're not thinking clearly. We are thoughtless. You're not mindful. We are not, anyway. So be very careful. I just feel that this can also be gossip at workplace, because Mercury and Mars are in the sixth house. So do not spread gossip, Geminis. And I'm a Gemini, and I'm telling you, do not spread gossip. Double check the information. Don't, even if somebody tells you something, double check if that's correct. Okay, let's see. You can't. I'm sorry. You can't make this up. This is what I pulled for you. I have a sun here. Intent before content. Is it content? Isn't that? So you have to have, you have to know what the intentions are. Before you say something, you need to know what do you want. Be very mindful and have intentions when you talk to others. Why you're saying that. Yeah. Before you spread the content, you need to know your intent. I love this for you. It's so true. Let's see what it says here. Every experience holds two layers: intent and content. Content is what happens, the words spoken, the actions taken. Intent is the energy behind it. You can be in the intent to control, or the intent to learn about what's loving. Low intent distorts even the best content. Loving intent brings clarity and connection. Shift your intent from control to love, and goodness will follow. I rest my case. Geminis, this is so on point for you. This is so on point. Please be careful what information you spread around and what you say. And think about intent before content. Okay, excellent. You can't make this up. Okie dokie. Let's move, because I'm never going to be over. I'm taking too much time. Okay, Cancers. Oh yeah. So as I mentioned before, all the cardinal signs are affected most, because it's happening in the first 10th, 7th, and 4th houses, which are angular houses. Angular houses are also connected with the external, so it's more visible, more seen in the world, one way or another. So for you, Cancers, is also going to be very visible. Every lunation for you is important, because you are ruled by the moon. Moon is in Aries. It's squaring the first house. So there is some kind of challenge between your visibility in the world, your career, and who you are. Maybe there is some kind of how could I can find the right word that they're not aligned in a way. Okay, and this will definitely affect your family and your career life and how you balance it. But let's go back to the point of what is this all about. As I mentioned, it's about it can be about your bosses and managers at work. It can also, if you are your own boss, it's about responsibilities that you need to do to do your work and business. Um, um, I just feel that there is some kind of It's interesting. I think it's going to be. I think for you, especially from all 12 signs, if you need to go back to the April 2024 to see what happened for that solar eclipse, because I think it's going to be. It's very important that you go back and see, because this is going to this is going to be this is going to affect you a lot. I think it's career related, or something at your workplace, or are you getting maybe some informations about the thing is, if somebody promised you maybe a promotion, or if somebody promised you a raise, take it with a great, don't take it serious. I think there's some kind of not clarity, or just misinformation, or something that, don't make plans on that information yet. So that's my point. I think plans that you make are not going to be realistic. Like you think, oh, I'm going to get this, you believe that person, and then something at the end doesn't happen, and you already kind of make plans according to that information. So take that with consideration. Mars is in the fifth house. So fifth house is about self-employment. So that's what I'm saying. If you're self-employed, it's going to be even harder for you than if you work for somebody else, just because you're gonna your strategies are maybe not aligned. Maybe you need to just re-strategize everything. I'm thinking what external circumstances can come. So if you are working with somebody, probably coming from your bosses, managers, or just maybe work situation that they're it could be there's a lot of disruption with this energy. And you might act impulsively as well, and just and do something with the best intentions, but it's not going to go well. Maybe you don't want to jeopardize your career in a way. That's what I'm trying to say with action with thoughtless actions. Okay, don't jeopardize your security because you need it, or don't make any actions without thinking. Don't take any risks. Okay, Mars is coming from the fifth house, so I think you might want to just give everything up and have some fun, do something pleasurable. Mercury is also in the fifth house, squaring Pluto from the eighth, so there is a deeper psychological things happening here, that you maybe want to break free from something. Uranus is also part of this yacht. I just want you to be careful not to make any decisions that can jeopardize your future and your security. Okay, that would be my take on this. Definitely, it's gonna, because it can affect your family and your work situation. Yeah. Let's see, what card will I pull for you, Cancers? I don't want you to get fired. That's what I'm saying. Or you can quit your job and then without having a plan, what next, right? Those kind of situations that I'm feeling that this, might happen here. Yeah, because I do feel that whatever happened 18 months ago does have a lot of effect this time for you. Let me see what I'm going to pull. Yeah, because you're not very comfortable, right? This moon in Aries is not very comfortable for you in general. I don't know. Mars is in a good position with you, so they're in a trine. So there might be some good things. I just say, I don't want to. If you have strategy and tactic how to do things, then yes. But if you don't have it, don't do it. I can't pull a card for you. See, just nothing comes. Like usually I have something that tells me to stop or something. I can't see the energy. Okay, let's go here. Essence expresses. So what is your essence? See? Your essence is meant to be expressed. So that's why that's why the lunation is so high in the 10th house, because you need to, and Mercury. Remember, Mercury in square Pluto, so you will want to express yourself. It's natural, undeniable part of who you truly are. Instead of holding it back, take time to understand it. What if you truly got to know it and then show it to the world with love? Show it to the world, 10th house. As you share more of yourself, your voice will begin to reflect your inherent worth and wholeness. Very interesting. Express, essence expressed. So maybe this can give you more clarity, because I to be honest, I don't feel it. Maybe you are, maybe you're not showing who you really are, and you are hiding somewhere. Maybe this is the time to actually to speak up and to say who you are finally. Essence expressed. Okay, Cancers, I hope this will help you a little bit. Leos. So Leos, this is also important for you because you are ruled by the sun, and um, Sun in Libra you are in a good connections with Sun in Libra. You are in harmony. You are getting along, so that's no problem. You're also getting along with the Moon. The Moon is in Aries. You're both fire signs, so everything is kind of nice in that sense. But because the Sun is in the third house, and Mercury, the third house is about expressing ourselves, ruled by Mercury, which is in the fourth house, along with Mars in Scorpio. That means that you might really if your arrogance can show in the discussions, right? Because you're going to feel more confident. I feel with the Sun sextiling you and the Moon trining you, you're going to feel more confident. So it can be even arrogant, and you want to kind of have everything under control with this Mercury, with the Mars as well, right? The lunation, so that the Moon is in the ninth house of, it's a house of, I don't want to repeat myself all the time, but I'm thinking it's about, just having the wisdom, right? So the house of wisdom, let's say. So because it's showcasing, so you might feel that you are smarter than everybody else. That's my point. So not in that sense, you might seem more arrogant. So in the conversations, your arrogance can stand in your way of resolving situations, right? You might think that your strategy is the best and you're the smartest. That kind of energy I'm picking up, that you, because Sun is in the third. This is the third and the ninth houses are about it's about information, it's about knowledge, it's about conveying the message to the world. So try to be more humble, listen before you talk, listen to others. A very important thing, I think, for you is to listen. Because of all these harsh things happening, disruptions, adjustments, giving other people space to shine, and pulling yourself a little bit back. I think that the problems, the fighting and the problems might come from your home as well. You not being the king or the queen of the house, or just maybe stepping a little bit back, shutting up and just listening more. This could be a situation as well. But it's also an opportunity for you to, if you want to maybe pursue some of the education, or something that your kind of your heart wants. Maybe this is an opportunity. But in general, you can be also very impatient, and you can be thoughtless as well. Try to pull on the more generous side. Try to do things from your heart, not from your ego. I think I just feel it's going to be like I know it all energy for you, Leos. Yeah, there's lots of adjustments. Where are the adjustments? So the adjustments, it doesn't actually. Mercury is here, so the Mars and Mercury are squaring you. I think that's the problem when it comes, right? It's a challenge between who you are and how you communicate it, how you act. I think it's not what you say it's how you say it. I think even if you are right, and probably you're going to be right, it's just that it's how you say it. So that's very important. So try to stay away from drama. because Scorpio can also be dramatic in a way, right? So the two of you on a stage, like, it can be very dramatic. Um, yeah, yeah. Also, Moon is in the ninth house, which means that you are very emotional about your beliefs and your philosophies, and people who will try to take that down. Especially now, Scorpio is a very political sign. There's a lot of diversity in the world, the political polarities, this and that. My side or your side. So I think. Uh, you might go that way. If you're not with me, you're against me, which is not good, right? There's nothing is black and white. There's a lot of grays areas, and just because we don't agree with somebody, it doesn't mean that they're a bad person, or so I think that's going to be kind of a situation with you. So try not to get into those kind of conversations. Don't push it on others. um, yeah, I pulled not now. There you go. I'm just need to step back a little bit. Not now. If you want to convey your message without fight or without having these dramatic discussions, just write it down. It's going to be easier. Not now. It says, tune out the cacophony of everyone's inputs and take a step back. Even when others urge you to move forward, listen to your inner wisdom. See wisdom. Didn't I say wisdom? If you hear a no, trust it. Not now is not the same as not ever. Today, acknowledge that some doors are meant to remain closed, allowing space for clarity to emerge. And as I mentioned, the yod is with Neptune and Uranus. A lot of unclarity, uncertainty is there. So instead of pushing things and saying, yes, we have to, go follow me out, and say, not now, I'm going to lead later. That's the thing. Don't push your leadership. Don't push people to follow you unless you have 100% clarity of what's going on. And I think we don't have it for this. Okay, so that's my tip. Okay, Virgos. I'm never going to be done. I have to take a little bit of water. Okay, Virgos. So, dear Virgos, you're also ruled by this Mercury Scorpio that is square Pluto. So you're over analyzing, overthinking, and your yes, and your need to perfect things. It's going to be clouded by this Mercury. And I think actually this Mercury can actually help you. You're in a good position, like Virgo and Scorpio energies are in a good aspect. So I think this Mercury Mars can help you put all your thoughts, all your data, all your facts in order, and check them. Right, so it can give you an opportunity to research the data and information, to go deeper before you make a decision. Okay, so you are instead of just overthinking, overanalyzing based on wrong data. So that can happen with you. So I think this Mercury Mars can really help you with collecting and being sure that you have data from correct sources. They're going to help you with your discernment and decision making. Okay, the lunation is happening in your money axis anyway. So and Mercury in Scorpio is all about money. Sun is in the second house, so this can particularly can be related to your spendings, your investments, your budgets, where you have your money, how you spend your assets, your possessions. It's also about partners' money. Maybe you wanna do something about it. So there might be some situation. Um, um, I just feel that don't overanalyze, don't just stress and worry and have anxiety if you don't have all the information. So that might happen here. Things are still not clear, so you don't have with this yod with this Neptune and Uranus yard with Mercury, there's a situation that we still don't have the data, the information that we are having, then there might not be all truth, or we don't have everything. So make sure that you know what you're doing, to have that you know that you have all the information needed to make a proper decision. I think this is going to be very important for you. So I don't think other people are going to directly maybe impact you, but the situations regarding your money that you might need to make some decision. Do you have to refinance your home, about taking a new mortgage, or stuff like that, right? And because Mercury is in the third house, I kind of like it. It will give you an ability to get the information, to go over contracts, to find time to fine tune all this stuff. Yeah, it's just the problem is that it's not clear yet, and the adjustments maybe you will have to make, you might not like it, like or the interest rate won't be good, or there's some kind of situation with banks, or with the insurance, or something is not clear. And yeah, it's so. And South Node is in your first house along with Venus, and Venus is ruling your second house of money. So there is definitely a sense of loss, or letting go of some plans and ideas that you had. Maybe you don't have enough money for them, so don't force it until the time comes. I pulled Tend the Garden. See, imagine the garden are your possessions, your money, your income. So that's exactly what you need to do with this full moon. You need to tend it. Don't force it. Don't buy more plants to go in it, more things. It take care of the what you already have. So it says, nurture yourself as you would a thriving garden. Plant nourishing thoughts, water your well-being with rest and joy, and pull the weeds of doubt and distraction. Isn't that exactly what Virgos do? Give yourself sunlight through movement, and enjoy fresh air through new experiences. So do the research. That's what new experience in this case means, research. Mercury in Scorpio the third. With attentiveness and care, your inner landscape will grow strong, vibrant, and full of life. Isn't that amazing, Virgos? I love it. Yes. Tend the garden, Virgos. Don't go putting more stuff in the garden. Tend the garden you already have. And I'm going to finish with that. Libras, this is very personal for you. As I mentioned, another cardinal situation. Yes, I'm going to put all of these here just in case. Libra risings. Wow. As I mentioned for Aries, that they're going to be taking it very personally. I think you will feel that your partners are taking this too personally. And you might finally find the courage to speak up and say something, and then you're going to find the resistance from the other party. And this is going to really upset you, because you finally find the courage to speak up and to say something, and then the other party is just like, no, I'm going to take it. This is not, I do feel that if you want to do something about your money situation, just because Mars is in the second house and it's in Scorpio and it's ruling this moon, there might be something that maybe your partners will maybe help you with your money. Maybe there is a connection between partnering with somebody to get more income, or I just feel that you are gonna maybe take also your relationships maybe too personally. You're gonna feel that it's that your relationships are maybe not aligned with your value system as well. So what you value. Do you have people around you who value the same things? Venus is your ruler hidden in the 12th house with the South Node. So there is a sense of loss that you cannot explain what it is. It's it's a secret. It's a hidden. Um, it can also mean that some hidden enemies are gone, in a positive way. Why not? I see that as well. Um, I don't know. I'm just thinking. I want to feel this because Mercury is in the second house as well, and it's square Pluto. Um, so there are some challenges because that Mercury is also ruling your Venus that is ruling your house, ruling you. So um, I just feel that you might maybe you're really going to face some secrets, some hidden things coming. Really, they're going to probably come and disrupt your plans or your future in a way. You know what I'm thinking? Whatever you hear, whatever you find out, whatever news comes up, at the end, you don't know why is it good. Maybe it's good that you hear them so you can move forward with better knowing. Um, One-on-one situations will be very important for the next couple of weeks. Not just your romantic partners, your business partners as well, and your friendships, and just every one-on-one interaction that you have in the next couple of weeks. It's going to be very important. Um, the the disruption might come from your value system, from your self-worth. I think with Venus in a 12th house with the South Node, I think you might lack self. You're gonna doubt your self worth, and that's how other people can push your buttons and get what they want. So don't doubt yourself and what is your value. Absolutely, I think that's going to be number one situation here. Um, uh, be very careful in one-to-one interactions with others. Don't let them take over the conversations. So what I pulled is be what you seek. So what you seek in partnerships, show them by example. That's what I find from this. It says your life is shaped by the consistent actions you take every day. Kindness, respect, and inclusivity come to life in the smallest moments, especially when they feel the hardest to choose. You're invited to stay steady and calm in the face of difficulty. See? And if you have to hold your ground, to do so with grace. And who can better do this with grace than Libra risings? Definitely. Remember that every choice you make has a short term and long term effect. That's my point. So if you want to move forward, be an example of what you want to showcase to the world, and don't doubt yourself. That's what I take from this. Okay, good luck. Scorpios. Let me see. My Scorpios. You have this situation in your sixth house. Is the moon. I think you're feeling very much empowered with this lunation, with Mercury and Mars in the first house. I think you are going to have a sense that you are in control, that you are handling the situation, that you are holding the power. Um, and I just feel that situations at work and or just every day, what you are, things that you do every day, be patient with yourself if they don't go as you want them, because there might be some disruptions at workplace or even with pets. Just thinking what every day is happening, but I do feel that you're gonna feel good about it, although the sun is hidden. So I think you might not be you might not be confident completely, but I think you're still going to do it. So it's like, yes, I'm afraid, but I feel that I have a power and I'm going to do it anyway. The conversation, so you might be the disruptor within this conversation. You might pick other people and provoke them just the similar way as Gemini. So please be mindful of others. Don't push them. Don't play games. That's the right problem here. I think you might just going to fall and play some games with others if you feel that that you're losing control, to stay in control. Divide and conquer kind of situation. That's something. So be kind, be mindful, and yeah, there are things coming from your sixth and eighth house. This is the apex is in your first. I think you can be the disruptor in this situations. Just because people are gonna also push you, and then you want to tell them that you're in control. I think that might be the case. The daily routines are very important. So work on them instead of focusing on others. Focus on yourself and your daily routines, and have your everyday. Just reorganize your everyday. There is something there that I feel that you kind of need to do. No, I just you do have a good strategy. You're usually very psychologically strong. You have good strategies, good tactic skills, and you might use them. Just use them for good. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, use them for good. Okay, and I pulled open to learning. See, so don't be stuck in your old way of thinking, because this is also can this Mercury and Scorpio can be stuck in their old way. But it's good for researching and open to learning. So be open to research. Life constantly presents a choice. You can tighten your grip in control or open yourself to learning. Ta-da! Did I just say about control something? It's natural to default to protection, but don't build walls of hypervigilance and resistance. This is so Scorpio. This will drain your vitality and stifle creativity. Drain vitality. This is exactly 6th house and 12th house axis of this moon. So you're gonna. The antidote is curiosity. So didn't I say that like Gemini? So you have to be more Gemini. It's very hard for you. But be curious and learn more. Begin by understanding what is truly loving for you, then extend that love to others. So instead of jumping on others and kind of wanting to have control over others, take a step back, learn something new, be more curious to see why other people are acting like that. It's probably not personal, because you're going to feel it personally, but it's probably not. Just be open and curious, and for new things. It can be hard for you because you like things the way they are, the way that makes you environment that you trust. So going outside of that can really be scary, but you're gonna be okay. So just be mindful, okay, of others and be curious. I like that. Okay, Sagittarius. Where's Jupiter? I want to put Jupiter for you because here it is. Okay. Dear Sag. Dear Sagittarius. Okay, I need more water. I'm talking too much. I've been talking for an hour and a half already. Okay. Sagittarius. I'm thinking you can be very blunt as is, right? And interestingly, the Mercury is just entered Scorpio from your sign, but it's going to go back because it's going to retrograde back to Sagittarius and then through Scorpio. So there's a sense that you kind of you were familiar with saying what you want. You were very blunt and direct, and all of a sudden you are shutting down. I think this lunation might feel like you are shut down or nobody's listening, or people are shutting you down. This can be the feeling, right? What I'm also thinking is that Mars and Mercury are in the 12th house. So this like a it's like a you I think maybe you want to go on a journey of spiritual journey, and why am I saying that? Because maybe you wanna your quest for truth might take another dimension. Maybe you need to do some research, or maybe go deeper, not just run around like a crazy person, but just go deeper and go for the quest for truth. The lunation is happening in your 5th and 11th houses, but especially in the 5th. So it's like you're gonna be the 5th house is very familiar to you. You like that energy of having fun, of entertaining yourselves, or just just being without commitments. The 5th house is romance without a commitment, is having fun with having finding joy, creative house, and there's a lot of things that you can do. Like good things, but also I think there's behind the scenes there is a sense that that you want to go deeper this time, beyond what you're used to, right? Because you kind of just you're exploring without searching for meaning, searching for truth. But I think you might need to like I don't want to offend anybody, like maybe get high and and find your truth in that sense. I'm not promoting drugs, but I'm saying just you need to kind of find other ways of trying to find the meaning. That's what I see in this. There's a connection between the 5th and the 12th house. So something it's very artistic, but I wouldn't say particularly artistic, but just not in the physical realm. Does that make sense, right? So what can happen here is that if you have kids, it can be connected with your kids and how you perceive them. Maybe you want to know more and go deeper with them. 11th and the 5th house are about being yourself within a group, and and how people see you in a group setting. But that's not it. I don't know. I don't think this is gonna be like that. I'm just thinking. How can this affect you? Also, Jupiter is in the 8th house. It's also another esoteric house. So that there is some sense that I feel that maybe you want to join groups of people, or maybe you want to connect with somebody. Maybe you want to find somebody who can show you other ways of finding the meaning. I don't know. Does that make sense? Very philosophical, very Sagittarius like. I just, on the other hand, on a more mundane everyday level, you might be very impatient with yourselves. If your projects are not done, or you want to do a lot of creative projects, but you cannot, you find a way to do them. You don't have information, you don't have the data. You can be very impatient with your kids if you have them. So just be mindful, be thoughtful, and your bluntness and your directness can be misinterpreted for this lunation as well. Definitely, it can be seen as provocation, just like I told for Gemini. So instead of, but this, if you're dating, for example, and you're not in a committed relationships, if you go on a date, it can be really misinterpreted what you wanted to say as well. Mars in the 12th house is telling me that there's things happening behind the scenes, or that you don't see them. Is it health related? I don't know. I don't want to speculate. There's Jupiter is in the 8th. I don't want to speculate. I don't know. For some signs, sometimes I have a better feeling. For some, I don't. I don't know. For Cancerians, I couldn't really grasp, or for Sagittarius as well. I just feel that you need to kind of go different route, and then just don't provoke people as well. That's kind of a sense, or be provoked. Do your thing. Do your thing, Sag. Don't get involved with other people. That's what I feel. I think other people are just, because I know you need audience in a way you need somebody to tell stories to, right? But if you get pushed back, you can take it personally if people don't listen to your stories, or people. Oops, what did I do? What did I do? Okay, so many cards fell down. Which one is yours, Sag? Okay, stabilize the system. I love this. Look at that. Your body, it's its own solar system, each part working in harmony to keep you steady. Your breath is the unifying force. Your nervous system holds everything in orbit. Your digestion fuels the core, and your circulation carries life like cosmic currents. When other forces pull at you, return to your center, replenish, and move with care so your system can stay in smooth alignment. Isn't that amazing? I love this. So that's what I see. So don't anybody disrupt your system. Okay, you need to center yourself, ground yourself. I said it's going to be lack of earth for this lunation, so you need to kind of, and you have issues with grounding yourself anyway. So make sure that you ground yourself and stabilize your system. Your body is your own solar system. I love it. Yeah, anyway, that's from me to you. Let's go further. Capricorns, I want to finish this fast. I don't know what is taking me so long. Okay, Capricorns. Oh, the Saturn is now back in Pisces. Oh no, there it is. Your ruler. Dear Capricorns, you're also cardinal signs, so this will definitely affect you, just like Aries and Libras and Cancerians. This is also something that is definitely going to be in your home and career axis and affect your home and situations at home. You will definitely, because Saturn just went back to Pisces, so dissolving the boundaries and not having not having the cool head, like you don't kind of, you're not yourself with Saturn and Pisces, because you cannot have that firm structure and foundations, and so everything is kind of like mushy-meshy. And remember, Mercury and Pluto square, you are actually very good with Scorpio energy. So Capricorn and Scorpio is always about, politics or strategy. It's a good long-term thinking. In the 11th house, having Mars and Mercury for this, it's about your visions, your not visions, but yes, also visions, but like dreams and hopes for the future, right? So it could be some kind of, you need some kind of adjustments. So where how you're set up at home, so your family and career, you have certain setup, and then there might be some disruptions coming from maybe it's not aligned with your hopes for your future, right? So you have to make some adjustments which you probably wouldn't like, but you don't know what to do because Saturn went back to Pisces. So there's some kind of, as I mentioned, the yacht is also with Neptune and Uranus. So there's kind of disruption, like rebellious energy. You need to, or changes that are happening. They're unstable. You like stability. So things are going to be shaken up, not clear. You want to know how you like the long-term plans. You like your layouts, blueprints. You put things in order and you start working towards that goal, right? That's how you function. Now this is gonna give you a lot of unclarity. Like it's about having a blueprint, then you spill coffee on it and you don't see the blueprint clearly anymore, and now you have to work on that. So that's kind of a sense you're gonna have this. The pressure is gonna come from your obligations, from your family and work, and not having certainty of how to go forward. It's gonna really piss you off, I have to say it. So let's see what tip would I give you. yeah, see what happened 18 months ago. This might give you some clues, definitely. It's just you know that you can be patient, right? You can be patient. You know long-term game, and believe it or not, I pulled not yet. Isn't that amazing? So because you want it now, because I think you want to know how to pursue, where to go now, and you don't have clear vision yet, clear picture. Your plans have been in combination. This common, how do you say it? Anyway, the coffee split on them. So not yet. Stand at the edge of what's to come, but hold back from rushing. Isn't this great? Not yet isn't a no. It's about taking more time to prepare. Use this moment to check in with yourself and get clear. The perfect time will appear when everything aligns. Until then, focus on setting the foundations for what's next. Did I talk about foundations right now? And amazing. So not yet. That means you cannot act as fast as you would, and not even just, it's a preparation time, right? Focus on setting the foundations for what's next. And this is exactly what you like to do. So you don't have everything done. Yeah, the problem is that outside circumstances can really push you, and people can, want you to make decisions, but tell them no, not yet. Okay, that's very important. Yeah, it's not. I think if anybody can put, I know it's irritating. Energy is irritating because you like to also have some kind of control. Excuse me, cards are flying everywhere today. Because you like to have control of knowing, and you have the discipline and focus, and now this focus, it's just having patience to wait for others and not relying on yourselves, and relying on others, on the circumstances from the outside. It's just it's going to drive you crazy. Okay, so that's the problem. So just be calm. Not yet. Not yet is not a no. I like that. Aquarius. Let's see, Aquarians, what is happening to you? So you also have this Mercury. So look at that. You're having Pluto and this Mercury here. So there's a lot of it's like a square energy here. Although I like that this lunation is actually good. The sun is trining your sign. You're sextiling the moon. So I think the problem with this, you're gonna be because you also like debating. You also like to talk. You also like to express your opinion, and you have these fixed ideas that you kind of want to pursue. Maybe they're not going to be taken well this time. So with this moon in the third house, and I think Scorpio, Mercury, and Mars. The 10th house is even more going to, like, you're more not budging. You really want to pursue what your ideas further, and you think your ideas are the best. So there can be like some kind of a cockiness there, and you also might disrupt the status quo with others, especially in your local things. Like this moon is in the third house. It could be quarrels with your neighbors or siblings, or just your local place that you're going to find situations that you're going to have these debates, and you're going to push your ideas. It will affect your work as well, I see, because Mars is in the 10th house ruling it. So there's a connection. So how you present your ideas is very important, Aquarius, right? So it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Saturn is in the second. Uranus, your modern ruler, is in the fifth. There's a lot of things happening with you. The adjustments. Your ideas are need to be adjusted. I think that's going to be the frustration, that what you think, it's not going to be taken as is, and you're going to have to adjust um, your thought process and how you convey the message. Pluto, Mercury. Uh, don't get into discussions, power discussions. It could be, it could be very drastic in a way. It's now or never. It's me or you. That's it. You're with me or you're not. Again, you're not. Very drastic situation. Um, uh, Definitely, you're going to be in the spotlight of what you say, and how you say it. I don't know. Try to adjust. I think that's going to be, be more mindful and thoughtful. Don't be so stubborn. Don't be so stubborn. Really, the way you express your ideas. Try to be an open-minded. Try to, see the other point of view. Definitely. The third and nine axis is all about conveying the message or conveying your knowledge and wisdom. Nobody is denying that you're not smart. You are. It's just that you can the presentation is sometimes very important. Especially in the public eye, because this Mercury with Mars Mercury together is volatile in a verbal sense, and you can really. Because you love the discussions, but people around you maybe are not going to be very happy with it. That's the whole right thing. So if you want to actually to have people on your side, you need to go and strategically think, which is this, and act on that in a strategic way to get them on your side, right? So that's going to be very, very important for this lunation. Although, yeah. That's what I say. And I know Saturn also dipped back into Pisces, so you're more confused again, or more not clear of what exactly what do you need to say and how to say it. Okay. I pulled clear is kind. Isn't that amazing? Clarity is a form of kindness. When you speak your truth, come on. With compassion, honesty becomes a bridge, not a weapon. Isn't that amazing for you, Aquarius? Because you do talk honestly. Your transparency will dissolve confusion, and your thoughtful words will strip away harshness. How did I pull this for you? What is angle? Say what you mean. Say it once, then pause. Give space for understanding. Harmony begins with your honest, purposeful expression, and connection can thrive when communication is clear. As I said, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Unbelievable that I pulled this for you. Wow. I'm going to rest my case one more and I'm gone. Okay. Pisces. Let me see what is happening here. Pisces. Where is Jupiter? Where's Neptune? I just want to. It's here. Okay. Okie dokie, my dear Pisces, you are as important as all the other signs. And because the energy of Aries is so different than yours, you always have this, I think, issues with Aries full moons, just because Aries is so fast, so impatient, so assertive, and you are more, like, oh, you know what? I have all the time in the world. I'm going to do this gently and softly, and so for you, these full moons can be really over the top, and you just want to escape from it all, and you don't want to be a part of any of these issues. But we want it or not, things happen, and we cannot avoid them. So this will definitely impact your it's a money house, right? So it's going to impact your money, finances, your values, and how do you make your money? What do you have? It's also, the second house is also about your talents. So maybe there's something that you want to research. And I like this because Mercury and Scorpio are in the ninth house, and Scorpio is ruling this. So maybe you need to learn something about how to handle your finances. Maybe you need to go and do some research. It can be the ninth house as well, just getting information, getting more wise about it. Or maybe you want to maybe you need to get some certificates or something to put your talents into use to make more money with them. Neptune is there retrograde. It's going to be back. So I don't think you know, I don't think you're clear about it, or you just, you don't want to think about it, or money in this case can just go through your hands like a quicksand. So you have to be very mindful of that as well. Um, um, yeah, I think I would use this energy in the ninth house for, ninth house is also a house of uh, God. Is it the God, or yes? So it's kind of like a religious house or something. Um, so it's your beliefs and philosophies of life and everything, right? So maybe you want to align them with your talents or something. I don't know. Money is very here very highlighted for you. So how you spend money, what's your budget, what do you want to do? Jupiter is in your fifth house, so I think you kind of in general are more enjoying life with your creativity, with your projects, maybe your kids, maybe you're spending too much money on that as well. um, that can be a situation. I think you can use this energy, Scorpio's energy, because it's trining you. You kind of understand it's both water. Uh, Maybe you can research something or find some information that can help you understand it. Um, the problem is with this is that you might be asked to be financially responsible for more things, and then you won't like it because you don't want to deal with issues. You kind of want other people to resolve issues, and then you're going to be forced that you need to resolve them. Like it's your life, your income, um, your stuff. So that can be a situation as well that you need to kind of from outside, um, some kind of you know like mortgages. I'm thinking about taxes, something that did you pay your taxes on time or coming, things can come to light if you skip some of those financial obligations that you have, and then you think, oh, somebody else will resolve this, or no, I don't want to deal with this. It's too realistic, too harsh. So I think those kind of things that might happen. um, External circumstances will kind of push you that you will need to make those decisions. So um, I'm thinking, who can push your buttons here this time? I mean, if you're dealing with some foreigners, maybe that's what it is. But I don't know. I don't think in general there's anybody specific who can push your buttons. It's just situations that can push your buttons. Situations that require for you to be responsible. So I think that's gonna be. Uh, I think responsibilities in general will push your buttons this time. The financial responsibilities. That's what I mean. Not nothing else. So yeah. I pulled pause, then proceed. So excellent. So that means that sometimes you just need to step back and see what you need to do, get information that you need. Uh, as I mentioned, for this lunation, a lot of information will be false or not clear. So uh, um, tell everybody, okay, give me time to find the proper information before I proceed forward. Okay. So maybe you can push some deadlines. Maybe you can get some extensions for payments or something before you get all the information, because the energy for this donation is definitely not getting the information is not clear. It's not all truth, and it can be really not clear, right? So let's see what it says. Pause, then proceed. At times, the song of your journey's mixtape becomes difficult to hear. Isn't this a lovely analogy for Pisces with the song? They love music. The familiar tune of daily life gets interrupted. Exactly. In these moments, take a beat. Stop the boombox and press pause with intention. The silence allows you to catch your breath and reconnect with your rhythm. When you press play again, you do so with a fresh tempo and melody. And I love this analogy for Pisces because they're so musical. So this is so beautiful. Okay, so you need to people tell people that you need to reconnect with your rhythm, and then you're not stepping away from your responsibility. You're taking a pause so you can reconnect with your tempo of life, and so you can do your best. I love this. Oh, beautiful. Well, thank you very much, everybody. I hope this was fun and useful. I am completely over my time. I don't know why it took me so long today, and I don't know why I can't stop sharing. Anyway, let me. What am I doing? Tell me how you doing. What do you want to do for? Oh, here it is. I have two screens. That's why. Okay. There you go. Tell me, how is this full moon? Is it affecting you? Is it more personal for you? What's going to happen? What are you doing? How do you feel? This full moon is the sun exactly is on my Pluto. So in the first and the seventh house. So I have to definitely watch out for power struggles when I talk to others. So I have that in mind. So that's why, kind of being mindful. Take care, everybody. I hope you have a great full moon. I'll be back with some guests. So I have a lot of lined up guests for October and November. Some interesting guests. So stay tuned to see what's happening. Please look at Astrology Niagara if you want to join us, just for webinars, or if you want to become a member. Also, yeah, follow me on Instagram. Please subscribe, like, share, comment. It always helps me to spread the world of astrology. And of course, if you want to book a reading, I have some new offerings. I do astrocartography and astrolocation and relocated charts and election. I can elect a good time if you want to do something like a wedding or something important. I do that as well now. So check it out on my website, jasminabrosvikastrology.com. And I hope you all doing good. And until the next time, talk soon. Bye.